and Joe was like, I posted some Asian food recently, and Robert posted like 8 throw-up memes afterwards. And he was like, and this guy hit me up like, yo, what is this dude's problem? And my response was just like, hey, it's what he does. It's my friend. This is how he is. It's no big deal. And
I'm sorry, that was the most honest reply to his post.
Oh, the pancake thing?
No, it was a snot omelet. It was like a fucking slug omelet. Okay,
snomelet.
And everyone's like, yeah, nice. She cooked that? Wow. Oysters. And I'm like, bleh, bleh.
Oh, yeah, that's just traditional as fuck. I would have smashed that.
That shit was traditional. That was like a fucking elephant sneezed in some eggs.
It did look rough, man. It did. I was like, what the fuck is that?
But saying anything because they didn't want to cross the line. It's like,
that's so funny.
Hey, fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Matt's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shut up,
From A to B.
Is that you?
When are you gonna bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered cast on it.
Complete fuckers.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shadowcast and Cut, episode 212.
Shout out to Sparrows.
Yeah, I haven't been here in a while, so I don't know if I remember who's on the show. Let me see if I can get it all down. Robert D.
I was voted off.
Oh, okay. Robert D's gone. Is Matt still here?
Yeah.
Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I thought about you today.
Sexually or just thinking about me?
I was uploading a bunch of Razorback stuff to Pinterest and the website.
Oh, really? Cool.
Every time I click pin it, I heard Matt doing the suey.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, that's gay. Justin.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, you sound a little bassy tonight.
That's what I do.
Bobby.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm
you know what? Some box just popped up on my Skype and covered up everybody's name except for Bobby's and Matt, or excuse me, Robert and Matt. So I just instinctively went Robert. All right, so there's that. This is going to be a high energy show. Did anybody get anything?
Who goes first?
We're trained monkeys, Greg. We need to be called by name.
You need to call our names, or we're like.
These boxes keep popping up with people's name that sound that like. Are you guys messaging each other? Because it's like sounds fine, sounds good, and it's throwing me off. I'm sorry. Oh. Justin, no. Did you get anything?
Yeah, I got a couple things. I got the overly excited name of Shuttle Robo, and I believe it's Missile Tank Robo. I think that's what they're called. So I got those in. I finally got the replacement crotch piece for my Fanstoys Omega Supreme. And nice. I don't even know what the name of the character in either Japanese nor the third-party name is, but the Dune Buggy piece of Road Caesar, I got him in.
Nice. Yeah, that's croutons.
Croutons it is.
Hot toys. He said croutons with a side of ranch.
Yeah, so that's all I got.
Okay.
What kind of dressing do you put in the Caesar salad, Matt? Ranch?
Do you have $1,000 or what? Some of the red stuff? What do you do?
You put Caesar dressing. Caesar dressing.
What if you want to put ranch in it?
He puts ranch on top of the Caesar.
I don't know which one of you guys was laughing, but it sounds like somebody's fucking seal's broken. It was like Robert, did you get anything?
I'm the broken seal. I must.
Yes. Dick cancer.
I got Zeta Toys Fireflight or Firefly, whatever the fuck that was called. And I really appreciated your review, Bobby, and I do appreciate the stuff that you pointed out. And it's an interesting question here because mine is different than yours. The ratchets and the hips. It seems like mine, thank God, has absolutely no problems.
Until you break it.
Awesome.
The only problem mine had was one of his hands. It came in the package open. And I'm like, why? Like karate chop fist, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the pin at the base was way too stiff, or there was not enough clearance on the plastic. And
God, you broke it already.
I had to whittle it just a little bit to get it to close. You know, I had to work it. I had to get it in there and work it. But then it's fine. But
work it.
You know, it seems like maybe this problem's at the factory level. You know.
Right.
But,
yeah, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people had that hip issue, though.
Yeah.
Robert just broke his, and there's a little piece of plastic catching the tooth, making the ratchet a little tighter.
Stickers. 20 stickers. Helping Scarlett with her math homework. So, yeah. I mean, I love that figure. You know what's funny, though? I put my Zeta on one shelf. So I got the 4 of them. And there really is. I mean, and Bobby made a good point in his video about, hey, people are saying they're light. I mean, he's like, good, because they're arms, or one's an arm, right?
Right.
But God damn it, the food's here. You know what? Come back to me. Come back to me. And
Listen.
Oh, Jesus, Lord, Christ Almighty, give me some strength.
Mary Joseph.
Bobby.
Yes,
did
sir.
you get anything?
Bobby.
I did. I got to take a look at a lot more than I got, but I got the Zeta Toys Fireflight, and I got the Marvel Legends Shuri and Claw 2-pack. I got the Black Series Ray Island Journey with the digital face paint. I got the Mafex Joker 2.0, and then I got to take a look at Figma Gwendolyn, Hot Toys 1/1 scale Baby Groot, Figma Samus, Machine Robo Battle Robo, Machine Robo Missile Tank Robo, Machine Robo Shuttle Robo. Actually, I got those too. My fault. And then I got to take a look at the Unrustable Bastards release, the Planet X Pluto, and the Terminator versus RoboCop NECA, like Terminator Cop, and Alien Attack Farage. So busy week for me.
Farage, is that their Mirage?
Yeah, Dino or whatever.
Is that what they actually called it?
Freenet.
Yeah, Farage is what they called it.
That looked like a good unit, Mac.
Not so much.
What was
pre-order?
What was wrong with it? I haven't had time to watch any videos.
The plastic quality is trash, and the engineering is yikes.
I need to get it then. I definitely need to get it.
How are the joints?
But the joints aren't bad for $60. I guess it's really ultimately not bad. But I think that it was probably intended to be $100 figure, and when they fucking put it together, they were like, "No way, dude, we gotta charge $60."
But doesn't Keith, if it's not actually Keith, but a designer using his facilities, wasn't there a word at some point that he has some kind of like pricing scale, and if you don't want to pay full price, you're getting like lesser quality stuff?
I don't know all that.
Yeah, I wear tinfoil hats to keep all those thoughts out of my head.
Yeah. Well, the problem is the deep state,
Yeah, they're putting stuff in the plastics to turn the robots gay.
Deep throat.
Is that everything? Can I finish what I got?
Yeah.
So,
Please do.
Anyway, the fucking Aerobots, I love them. I can't wait. But besides that, okay, yeah, you got Fireflight. I got SOC Voltron in.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so now I got
SOC Voltron?
SOC.
What'd you pay for it, if you don't mind me asking?
Dollars.
Oh, yeah, you paid fucking $700 and some for it.
No, I paid $575.
Damn.
So.
But bags.
Look, the fact is, you're never getting a legit reissue of it. So once
Next week they will announce that. They will announce a reissue.
No, Bandai doesn't have the license. That's when Icarus got the license. Bandai doesn't have the license.
Yeah,
So
I regret not jumping on that.
So you're not going to get a reissue. It is what it is. Buy now or not. And I think if people, fucking Wade Young, right? They're knocking it off, but I don't think that's going to drop the legitimate, Voltron's value. I don't. So, but I think that's all that I got. Yep.
Well, it sounds like you guys just had a party this week.
I didn't go.
Oh, Matt, I thought you went, Matt. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I got the 2 Zeta Aerobots.
You got you got both of them?
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Mm-hmm.
No Power of the Primes?
No Power of the Primes. I passed on no Power of the Primes.
Play it.
What?
Not one Power of the Primes.
No, I passed on them. I told you that. I hear it. Uh-huh. Wow.
Then he looked at Lisa.
Hallelujah. Hey, Gregors, what'd you get for the past 13 weeks?
Well, I didn't get a single Transformer, but that means I didn't get a single knockoff Transformer.
That's true.
True.
So, let me try to remember. I got Black Series Rose. I got Black Series. I got 2 Black Series Praetorian Guards, the retail versions. I have 6. I need 2 more, and one's in the mail, and I'm waiting my other one from Ami. Waiting to pay for that one tomorrow.
Bobby's got Praetorian Guards for leagues. He can send you a few. Leagues.
Those stuffed ones.
I got Black Series Stormtrooper Executioner, which I should have gotten 2 when they were both there. I should have gotten both of them and passed on Rose for now because she'll probably be $9 on Amazon like a week. I got a little grab bag of Old Boy Customs parts. I got a little Emperor hologram thing for Darth Vader to kneel in front of. When I get that, when I buy another fucking Darth Vader. Cool. It's the little tiny one, but when I buy another fucking Darth Vader, that Figure Arts is putting out in May, I can put my old one in front of him. It was a drunk purchase, and I was afraid I'm missing out, so I bought it, and I didn't properly go through the listing. I thought it was an Obi-Wan head, but it was like a what if Anakin didn't turn to Darth Vader and lived to be a wizened old Jedi head. Somebody will want it. I'll give it to somebody. And then I got a Kylo Ren repainted Black Series head, which I'm going to put on my old Kylo Ren since I have the Figure Arts, the new one. And I got a mixer. I got a mixer
too. I got a mixer too.
And I was supposed to have the 2 Generation Toys IDW bots and a microphone, but no one can ship anything on time apparently anymore. So I don't know when that shit's going to come in. And I feel like I got something else. Do replacement parts count? I finally got my grinder wings from.
They don't count.
Oh wait, I know how to do it. I got to take a look at.
There you go.
A set of grinder wings because the arms on mine broke. They actually sent me the wings, even though they told me they didn't have those parts anymore. And I think that's it until somebody else is talking, and then I'll remember something else.
Oh, you know what? You made me remember that I ended up getting the replacement parts I needed for my Power Baser, the Fans Hobby Optimus Prime.
Oh, did you?
Except that they sent the left-hand side on both the arm and the wheel well that had a crack in it, and I need the right arm and the right wheel well. So they sent me parts that I don't need.
I guess they just don't want you to have Power Baser, I guess, man.
I guess. So, and they were quick to get back to me the first time, but nobody's responded to my, hey, you sent me the wrong thing. So, who knows?
Of course
not. Bullshit.
Yeah, well, last time they didn't respond. They were like, we already got it in the mail. I'm like, oh, you could have said that before, so, stop bothering you. But, I'll email them again, whatever.
Good job.
All right, I think I think we're ready to move on to.
Oh yeah, we are.
Apparently, the Bumblebee. Hold on. Are we done? Are we done positioning our robots?
I thought somebody shuffling some papers like they're going into court or something.
Me? No, I'm sorry. I'm just, I got the kids' dinner.
You know that, but just
it's a late night, and I'm trying to organize my food versus theirs. And
there's a thing called a mute button. Fucktard.
Mute button. Don't insult fucktards.
We'll wait. It's fine. We'll wait. It's cool.
Thank you. Oh, she's hot.
Proceed.
Hey, Haley. Wait, is she legal?
Apparently, the Bumblebee movie is going to be a musical.
No,
Haley
come on.
Stein? Yeah. Can you shut up? Haley Steinfeld, who is the lead actress in the movie, apparently is a singer, and she said that she's... Where is it? Oh, it says she's performing songs in the headline, but she says Bumblebee might be singing.
I think this is
singing. I'm so excited.
I think that this is a reference to the fact that he will probably have no voice at some point, and radio songs. So.
Oh, that's fair.
She's pretty. I like them purple boots. God damn. And they're gonna sing John Cena. Dun, 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 every time he walks into the picture. Dun, dun, you can't see me. Okay. 80s covers.
All right. Well, that was nice and creepy, Matt.
What? No, she is hot.
You're like, is she? I don't think she's legal. And then you went on again about how.
I think she's legal. She's legal. I looked her up. She's 23.
Okay. That's not creepy either.
All right.
Moving on to third-party news. Bobby is going to be doing some box art pretty soon for some Tetrajets.
Oh, here we go.
Well, this is the company, MAAS Toys Tetrajet.
I know. It goes to show what that they don't know about Shattercast, because if they did, I'm sure this would have been the one they asked me to do. But I haven't been asked to do this, so I'm sure they're getting it from somewhere else at this point.
No.
Oh, definitely got.
Are you saying? Bobby? Are you saying no MAAS?
You know what I think is the best part about that whole thing, though? Just Robert's own joy of his own stupid pun.
Yeah, that was so witty.
Oh, first of all, he used to get on to me because I laughed at my jokes, and he does the same damn thing, and it's funny as fuck. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was right up my alley,
so to speak.
I would definitely, if you did the box art, I would definitely get a Starscream signed by you.
They're probably just going to take that last one he did and fucking edit it in Photoshop to look like that Tetrajet.
Hey, Matt, you see the Starscream head?
Mm-hmm.
You see the bird sitting on his face?
Oh, yeah. It's got a lot of chipping.
It's got a parrot hat.
It might be a parrot hat.
He's like one of those toddlers with a winter hat.
It's like Jar Jar Binks.
What's the name of the guy?
Jaja.
Jaja?
Jaja. Jar Jar.
Jaja Gabor? What was that? Jaja, what was it?
Jaja Gabor.
Yeah.
That doesn't like Jar Jar Binks.
Jaja Binks.
I'm excited for these. I'm gonna finally have some Tetrajets.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty decent.
Yeah, they look
good. It's way better than the other offering. So.
Bobby's favorite Transformers. How big are these? Are they going to be like deluxe or Voyager size?
They're 20 centimeters, so that's going to make them about 7 inches. So,
wow.
Hold on.
Oh, they're going to be Voyager size.
They're going to scale with the B, right?
They should, yeah.
7.847 inches.
Yeah, that's probably that's Voyager size, I think. I'm still gonna get them. They look. I like them.
So I never messed with the with their B. How was the plastic and quality? No breakages or anything, right?
Garbage. No, it's good. I liked it.
Yeah, I never saw it out of the box.
Weren't those made in the Make Toys factory? So I would imagine it's along that same lines of texture and quality and whatnot.
Yeah, the plastic's good. It's a good little figure. I like it. Except for the shoulder pads. But
Robert hated it, and then he threw the box art in the trash. I heard.
No, I didn't. He's fine. That Bumblebee, the plastic is fine. But for a car, it's a bit plain.
Hey, I bet he could give you a shoulder to cry on. Am I right?
Got the whole world on his shoulders.
So I guess to actually go back to Starscream here, so anyone who's messed with that do you think the extra? I mean, obviously this guy's going to be more detailed, more things moving and stuff like that. Do you think they can pull it off, or would you have any concerns about buying this? Like if you told me when Impossible Toys did their Tetrajets, I would have been like, I don't know about this. And it turns out it's something that you probably shouldn't have too much faith in.
I think if they use the same plastic for B, I think they'll be fine. Because the plastic on B is good. It's not great, but it's fine. And I think Star's going to be. I think they'll be fine. Just matters of price point. I mean, B was only $30-something. I can see these being about 55, 60, maybe.
Ooh, I hope so, but I have a bad feeling that they might be a bit.
You think 100?
I'm thinking closer to 80, 90.
Yeah, I'm hoping 60. I mean, I'm still gonna get
60 would be a great price.
Yeah, I can see them. But if, like I said, if they do what they did with B, I think you should be fine.
Right.
You should be fine.
Be fine. Yeah.
Moving. Are we good here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to some more garbage. Was it Mech Toys? I just closed my phone accidentally. Mech Toys. We can do them together.
Mech Planet.
Mech Planet. Hot Soldiers. Goldbug, and then they're doing a Cliffjumper too. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, still trash.
The Cliffjumper, I think, actually works fairly well. Like the hatch they have for hiding his head is less obnoxious looking than it is on Bumblebee. So I think Cliffjumper works, but
it's that long in the torso.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is a little bit long in the torso, but I don't know. It's been done. Cliffjumper has definitely been done worse than this. Bumblebee, on the other hand, I don't think looks good at all. Or Goldbug.
Yeah. Right.
I think that link looks better on Cliffjumper than it does on that Bumblebee mold. Because that just looked bad.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Was it Cliffjumper kind of long, or was he stubby?
I mean,
I'm talking about his stomach area and all that stuff, and abdomen.
Oh, are we body shaming Transformers now? No.
No, I'm just asking what he looked like in G1, Craig.
I think he liked this with a little tiny here. I'll pull up a good picture. I've got one actually saved on my phone, I think.
Word.
No, not really. I'm not in her.
I like the bazooka. Pretty cool. Yeah, pass on Hot Soldiers.
The head sculpt looks good too. On Cliffjumper.
I like his little pointy things.
The Goldbug, the head sculpt doesn't look very good.
Where's Goldbug at? Am I not missing? I'm not seeing
it's the link.
It was the first
before.
link.
Yeah.
Okay. Apologize. All right. I'm sorry.
It's hard to get a good picture of him, actually.
Ooh, Goldbug, Jeebus.
Yeah, it's hard to get a good picture of him from the show.
Why is he going with the satellite?
Cause.
And Ravage. What the fuck? Goldbug and Ravage to go to. What the fuck? Come on, soldiers.
Well,
come on, soldiers.
So I'm okay with it. So I'm okay with it coming with Ravage because I think if you're in on this line, hopefully you have their sound wave, and you're just adding tapes by picking up the other characters.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
That said, I think it should have come with Bumblebee as opposed to Goldbug, but I think maybe the draw is like, well, you may not want Goldbug, but you'll buy him to get the tape. So.
Or maybe Hound. They do a Hound.
Yeah, that would have been the one to make the most sense to put him with.
But why the satellite? What the fuck's the satellite with hot on it? Come on.
I also noticed the Bumblebee face has Michael Jackson syndrome there. Like his nose is falling off by the looks of it.
This is
I don't think Robert's going to get on Hot Soldiers.
No. Hot Soldiers is Mech Fanstoys.
Thank you.
They can go to hell.
Okay.
I hope someone knocks off. I hope someone knocks off every original work they do. I really do.
Fucked up.
So, what do you think they'd say? Do you think what they see, like another company comes, and like within a month of them releasing one of their things, another company releases their own? You think they're going to be like, oh well, I guess them's the breaks, or are they going to be like a
stand the breaks?
Do you
did it?
Do you feel like that about Wei Zhang?
Ironically, no. And the difference is the timing, because Mech Fanstoys releases their knockoffs very soon after certain products. Not everything, but a significant number where the release is very soon after the original release. And they are definitely taking money out of the company that originated the work and causing confusion.
Which products have they knocked off? Because I'm not familiar with Mech Fanstoys.
Seekers, Dinobots, the DX9 Seekers, the DX9 Dinobots, the DX9 Coneheads.
They're the ones that do the upscaled legends. Okay. The slightly upscaled legends.
They call them upscale, and it's just like, boop.
Gotcha.
They're like legends to scout size.
So yeah, fuck them.
But MPP 10 is fine.
I think so.
And MP 10 Voyager is fine too.
I think so.
No moral quandaries there, right, Robert Dude?
No, because it's the timing. I think that makes a big difference in my book. It's the timing.
You know what else makes a big difference? A big dick.
Did you read that online, Matt?
I'm getting a penile implant.
You are?
Yeah, I'm excited. Next week, I go in for surgery.
It's budget though. He's getting. They're gonna slice it open and stick that Zeta Vortex in there, or Zeta Blast Off in there. Call it a day.
No, Vortex.
No, I need to blast off.
Why is it so lumpy and weird shaped? Why did he just
keep
falling off?
Growing out of it. What the fuck?
Speaking of Vortex, Mastermind Creations, Ikeler Max Assaultus MP style Bruticus Vortex revealed.
Well, this is garbage.
Damn.
I've been seeing I've been seeing two extremes with this one.
I need to see scale.
First off,
this looks small to me.
They are. Chug sale.
The combiner is going to be just under 18 inches.
Oof.
That's not too bad.
Small. That's not that small.
That's not that small.
2 inches. It's going to be like almost 2 inches shorter of the constructor, which, it's fine.
But is anybody fucking sick of Bruticus? I'm tired of seeing Bruticus. I want to see like Predaking. I want to see the Seacons. I want to see something else than fucking Bruticus.
I think KFC's Minosaur is 19 inches.
So my question is, what exactly are they going for here? Because it doesn't look like Vortex from what I remember.
It does. Yeah,
I think the helicopter looks like.
This is the most spot on. This is the most spot on Vortex.
I think the helicopter looks money.
Let's see. I'm trying to find him in the cartoon here.
The robot looks good too.
Helicopter's dead on. The legs on the robot look a little crazy below the knee, but everything else
got the hands in them too.
Everything else looks pretty good. But yeah, that's the problem. It's like I get that they're trying to pull that off. Like, look, it's all
right. Yeah.
But it's like, is it worth it?
Right. Make it look wonky. Yeah.
But
I understand that. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I will say this though, that the Onslaught, if the Onslaught looks G1, I might get rid of the Unique Toys Onslaught, swap it out with this Onslaught, and use this as my Onslaught. Because that Unique Toys Onslaught, I'm not crazy about. My wife just said, can you say Onslaught one more time?
Onslaught.
I don't know. Is that talking about robot mode as your Onslaught, or or vehicle mode? What are you talking about?
The robot mode. The robot mode. It's like for the Unique Toys, Swindle and Brawl to look so G1, and then their Onslaught to look so way the fuck off.
Right.
I'd be curious to see how this one, and plus the Unique Toys Onslaught is so big. If these are smaller, but the Onslaught scales better with the Unique Toys one, I'll swap it out, because I just had that like premonition today. I was like, I don't fucking need them all to be from the same company.
Yeah, but Bobby.
Yeah.
What if it was Snoke?
What?
What if it wasn't really your thoughts?
I don't know what you mean.
But what if it was an Onslaught that looked like an Onslaught covered with G2 Onslaught?
With onslaughting while he onslaughted the onslaught?
Exactly.
Good onslaughting point.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I can tell in the pictures, he doesn't look like this. Like, the front end is definitely less stubby than this.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I think that he looks terrible because he's so skinny as a helicopter. That's definitely not that skinny. There's very few pictures of him online, but from what I can see, the helicopter is much more bulky than this. And what is he? I believe he's
a helicopter.
I know he's a helicopter.
Does he seem more squished or something on the cartoon? Kind of?
No, he looks more squished here.
This is a terrible
Let's
Porsche.
see. He's a Sea Sprite helicopter.
Yeah, I guess the helicopter is wrong.
I guess, actually, so, looking at this helicopter, because I'm not terribly familiar with the helicopter he's kind of accurate to the helicopter, but even then, it's wrong. The nose still needs to come out more.
Yeah, not the front nose part.
Yeah, and, good grief, I think it's a big mistake to have all the combiner crap sitting in his legs there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see,
I think it's going to fail. The way you... So when you put the hands in the legs, you've just limited yourself with a whole ton of space to make things transform and move. Like, I think that's a terrible idea.
But I think I agree with you, Justin. I agree. I am in agreement with you. But would you say for the devil's advocate, plain devil's advocate, that there is a large group of people or significant group of people that like this does it for them? Like they've been waiting their whole life for the hands to be included in the overall transformation of the figure.
I don't know. I don't think it went all that well with a lot of Hasbro's endeavors, so I don't know.
I never heard anybody say I would love my shit to be combined like that.
Yeah,
but people say that
there are people who are like, oh, shouldn't have extra stuff to put on. I'm like, well, you sir don't know what makes a robot look good.
So I agree, but I think they are trying to satisfy a certain demographic with that.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, Image 9871, the hands and the legs. So that looks like they just didn't flip the toes down for whatever reason, and then the knees are like a panel, so you can get like that extra range there. So the hands, it looks like there's extra space in there because the toe and the bottom of the foot is all on a panel to give you a tilt and whatnot. I guess you're probably not going to get any forward and back motion, but that's going to translate pretty good into combine mode for wrist articulation, I would think. Because I would think even when you combine those two pieces together, they would still work in tandem, and they would, give you like more range than what you normally get, like not a swivel and just a side to side, but you get up and down, like you get more of a range with that.
Right.
But are they going to cover that with anything? Or like does because those panels on the back have hinges, and they look like they have tabs to tab into the hand. So do you think that like that they just have that open there to show that? Because
they do have it open there to show it, but it doesn't. If you look at let's see which image is it, the one where you see the full Vortex in robot mode, you can see those panels are flipped forward, but I don't think they actually end up covering the entire thing. Like I think the bottom of the hand is still going to be exposed.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of reminds me, just looking at it like that, like a Fanstoys like Scoria, or even like Masterpiece Grimlock, like the way that the dino parts just like sitting there.
Oh, the tail and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that arm mode's going to be as tight as Zeta's?
There's a video of someone like showing off the articulation and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Facebook. I couldn't find it in time to post it to the notes. I couldn't find it again, I should say. But I don't know. I don't think anything's going to be tighter than the Zeta. And MMC's tolerances when it comes to joints, in my experience, have not been the best in the world. That's what scares me off of this set, even though I think it has potential, maybe not to be perfect, but to be a decent toy. I just don't know if it's gonna end up that way.
I think there's a large chance that it could be the best chug-scaled Bruticus available.
Nah, C-Dub, man.
Well, do you think it's really chug scale though? Because it's only like it's a little less than 2 inches shorter than Constructor.
Yeah, but like if it's 18 inches and Minosaur is 19 inches, it's an inch shorter than Minosaur. Minosaur is shorter than Constructor. Like it just starts to, you know.
Bruticus should be bigger than Minosaur, I think. Just my opinion. Is Robert here? Hey Robert, you see the art mode? See at the top of it where it's singing real loud?
I really like.
Oh, I see it, Matt.
With a like it's like a seal with a mustache.
Seal with a mustache.
Oh shit! I just say that.
I don't mind those lower legs. You know, I mean, I'm coming off the fucking fresh off a Zeta. I mean, this is quite the opposite to me. You know, I mean, I think all the modes look pretty clean for whatever it is. But I mean, if it looks like the shape of his legs, his thighs, you know, obviously they come together, and that's the elbow joint. His knee ratchets. If they're hard enough, you know, you can get the job done. Giggity.
I think the robot mode looks pretty decent. Like you said, the lower the legs, but
I think it looks fine.
And the legs look like they join together. They're not just, you don't have the two separate legs in combine mode, and that can work. I like the mode.
I want something else to.
I'm in on it. I mean, Bob, you're getting the unique toys. What's the size on that one ultimately? The combine mode.
I don't know. I'm not using it for combine mode.
Well, if you were, I'm just curious.
I think it's 19 inches.
So it's shorter than this.
Taller.
I thought this was 20.
18.
This is 18.
So it's 4 inches shorter than Constructor.
It depends.
Constructor's 22 inches.
Well, people in the thread for this, people were posting pictures with a tape measure, and it was like 20 inches.
Hold on. Do you know why? Do you know where he was posed? In a fucking
Iron Man.
I saw those pictures, and people are like, no, I have him angled down because he's in my Detolf, and the Detolf sit at 22 max.
Oh, I don't know.
I only have one level.
Yeah, I think he's 22 or 23 inches. Constructor, but but this is, I think it's just too short. But I think it's gonna be a really good chug combiner. You know, but I think that the bots might work for MP, which makes me very hopeful about Onslaught, because I think that Unique Toys Onslaught is going to ultimately have to go. I've got him on the way, but I just don't think he's going to work for me.
Send him back.
Yeah, I've heard people have been praising him for the most part, or maybe it's Pete spamming all the groups. But either way, people have seemed to be happy with him.
Well, he might work well. He might work well. I'm not doubting that. I just aesthetically, it's off for me.
Yeah, I hear you. The product description on Big Bad Toy Store says Toy World Construction Combiner will stand 20 inches tall.
He's definitely taller than 20 inches.
50.8 centimeters.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have anywhere to put mine back together. I still have mine in parts.
Mine's downstairs. I would go measure it. But
work it.
I'll go measure it during Hasbro News.
You'll go measure.
I got a tape measure.
Will.
I'll do it right now.
You'll go measure your Devastator that's downstairs.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Say hi to the Tetrajets on the way down.
Oh, well.
High five before me, please.
You know, if you stuck more toys up your butt like Robert does, you would remember how tall they were.
That's probably true.
That's how old he look good. We ain't talk about that.
If you go down, when you get to the basement, when you get there, if you find you got some extra energy, why don't you clean that fucking tub?
Actually, I just started.
Let's go get your shove box.
I just started working on a new dio, so it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I can tell you that.
Nice.
Get a shove box too, man.
I gotta figure out something for my my Snookstorm room. Something better than just putting red fucking.
Dude, that's what I just started working on.
Are you doing soft goods?
Yes.
Having that shit all set up like a fucking like the red carpet fucking picture area at the Golden Globes.
Yep.
All right, so Constructor is 20 inches from head to foot.
All right.
Greg, you were right.
Not including the crane.
All right. On that note, let's move on to TFEVO TE01 Hot Fire.
Hot Fire.
It's one of many masterpiece scaled the last night hot rods for some reason that are on the way. So let's look at this guy.
I think he looks good.
Yeah, I think he looks good for what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
On UT though, because if he's anything like Perukill, god damn, that's gonna be a good fucking bot.
Oh, that backpack needs to fucking show out though. This shit's not even a backpack. He's just got some fucking. He looks like the Wasp. He's got those wings that just hang down until he starts flying away.
Oh, did y'all see the trailer for Ant-Man and Wasp?
I did.
It's pretty good. Looks pretty good.
It's got Ghost in it, which is really weird. I wasn't expecting to see Ghost in a Marvel movie. And apparently it's going to have Goliath in some capacity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne is playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And something was happening with his arm in the trailer. It kind of like he was turning into Sandman, so I don't know what's going on there, but
I'll have to watch it again.
Hey, real quick, I hate to interrupt, but Robert, are you getting the barricade? I heard you were getting the barricade.
Who told you that?
A certain friend of the show.
Oh yeah. Yes, I'm getting the barricade. I couldn't help myself.
Matt or Robert, are you eating a meatball sandwich in a cave? Because you sound like you had a half of a meatball sandwich in your mouth, and it was like echoing. Like
He's got noodles dripping off of him.
I'm eating sushi, actually.
You're eating what?
Sushi.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna send barricade to me to review. Yeah, I got to look at something.
Me too, Matt.
I'm first. Fuck you, Bobby.
You're second, Matt.
Don't you weasel that shit in.
You're second.
Get barricade.
I'm
also getting the Generation Toy police car. Whatever the fuck his name was. That's on the way.
Oh, I'll get that in tomorrow. Pro?
Yeah.
Oh, G Creations police car. Yeah.
Sorry. Creation. Is it
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's
Generation Toy, I thought.
No, it's
the defense.
Are they playing with building blocks?
You sure? No, I think it's Generation Toy.
Is that already
look at all that stuff on Hot Rod. Look at all that stuff.
The Generation Toy Defensor.
Oh, is that already coming out?
Has Abboom?
Oh, I didn't realize that was out. I'm sorry, Matt, you're right.
Are you saying it wrong on purpose? Because you said it right earlier.
Abboom.
He's like, yeah, I meant.
Anyways. All that stuff looks pretty good.
It looks way better than the next topic. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know this company at all, but I do not think that... can we move on to the next one?
Yep. DX9 and Unique Toys are teaming up. Wink, wink. To put out another masterpiece scaled the last night.
So this is the thing. When I feel like the paint detail on the shoulders and stuff looks great on the DX9 Unique Toys one. But like all the abdomen detail looks terrible. Like it just doesn't like it. You've cleaned it up far too much for you've done too much. I guess redoing of a baby movie character. Like it doesn't look right to me. Now, what did he look like in the movie? I mean, maybe they're more accurate, but I don't know.
So wrong.
Yeah.
Does this use any of the engineering from Perukill?
It looks like it does.
I feel like the vehicle mode is very, very similar.
So
that would be fitting because Hot Rod, the Hasbro toy, was a remold of Lockdown. So
gotcha.
Interesting.
So from what I can see,
kidnap.
From what I can see from the movie, the TFEVO one has a more screen accurate abdomen. So I don't know if that alters your decision, but like this looks super simplified in the abdomen there, and I don't think it looks good. The abdomen.
I think the abdomen looks pretty good to me.
Does TFEVO come with a little chick he can kidnap though?
Yeah, look at his face. He looks like a fucking British policeman Ant-Man.
There's a lot of rumors circulating around the Unique Toys movie bots. I'm not sure if you guys have heard any.
What? Do tell. Do tell.
Just that like some major designers have been involved in it that may have designed some of your other favorite toys.
All right.
Powder Primes?
Like I don't know, the Astro Train. What was his name?
Space Captain, whichever one Justin looked at.
Did you salute when you said Space Captain, Bobby?
What?
Did you salute when you said Space Captain?
Of course.
Okay, because you have to do that every time you say Space Captain.
Guys, look at the TFEVO head versus the Unique Toys head. The Unique Toys got a better head.
Well, they usually do get better. Yeah, that one looks cheap. The Evo looks cheap. The head mold looks a little...
But what I saw in the notes somewhere on like Facebook, the entire skeleton is metal.
So my counter to the TFEVO head is that if it has more paint on it, it may not look as weird as it currently looks. I think a lot of it is kind of like the washing of the orange without the like black there and the for lack of better terms, the predator mouth.
That's fair.
I think it might end up looking better than it is, but if that's the paint they're willing to put on the head, then yeah, it looks terrible.
It's like a British cop from the '60s or something.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them look bad. I think that if I was doing this line, I'd probably go in on the TFEVO just to have a different mold, because just the Uni Toys one just looks a lot like the Perukill to me. But if it wasn't Perukill, then I would go with Uni Toys, I guess.
The TFEVO one, the chest looks like a lizard.
Snake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the snake. Yeah.
I don't know. Just because it's got some nice sculpted, Zaku piping on its abdomen, that's not going to sell me.
Oh, what if the Zaku piping came as separate pieces you put together yourself?
Yes.
And there's little segments that you snapped.
Who is TFEVO? What else have they done?
Nothing. That's their first.
Your mom. Ooh.
Besides my mom.
Besides my mom.
This is
no. This is a first. This is a first.
Gotta assume it's gonna be shitty.
Not always. I mean, Fans Hobby came in with a new mold, and they were good.
That was like,
yeah, and Wei Zhang put out MPP-10, and you seem to like that.
Wei Zhang is all up on somebody's nuts.
I don't think you said that phrase right.
No, I didn't. My wife told me I gotta tone it down a little bit.
You said that for her sake?
How is that any different than saying it the other way around? You still said the offensive part.
No, I guess, yeah, but yes, it has nothing to do with your mom. Matt just has to do with you fucking up turns of phrase.
Yeah, I fuck up phrases all the time, man. I apologize.
I'm just grateful that I don't have to make this decision.
I wish you did, though. It'd make a better segment if you did.
That's true, probably.
God, it'd be so much fun.
So
I'm going for UT. I'm definitely going UT, so that's just me.
Speaking of good segments, this was a fucking surprise hit for me. And Matt, yes, when you posted it on the page, it was the very first time I had seen it, because I actually sleep at night sometimes. Fanstoys Jabber. It's a blur. They said they were doing it on TFW, but everyone just thought they were fucking bullshitting. Yeah, they like to do that a lot.
Yeah, including myself. So I'm going to start saying they're bullshit. Fanstoys, I bet you won't do a Stunnicon set. Bet you won't. Bet you won't.
Well, no, he has to offhandedly, like someone's going to be like, Coot seems a little tall, and then he'll be like, oh, Blur will be the same size. And they're like, you're not making a Blur. And like a month later, the fucking the test shot pops up.
All I know is I really want to warm up a cup of tea in that guy's chest. It's like a fucking microwave.
I wonder if it's going to have different parts like their last few movie bots have for the chest. So you can give them a white chest or a clear chest.
I hate that.
Why?
He looks heartless, literally. Like, he looks hollow.
Why would you hate that he would come with an optional clear or opaque piece?
No, I meant I hate the clear chest. I should have been clearer. I apologize, Greg.
Get back to eating your oyster pancakes.
Please, I just had sushi. I'll fucking puke. I actually did have it was a sushi roll with fried oyster, avocado, and it was topped with a mound of spicy tuna roll, and on top of that was spicy tuna flakes.
Nice.
And then,
bet you're fun to talk to in person.
And caviar on top of it. Oh, I got fucking fish eggs in my teeth right now.
Yeah, that's a good shit. And you're full, your belly's full, and you get fish eggs in your teeth.
They keep popping.
Is anybody going to talk about the huge crotch piece?
That's accurate. That's what I like in G1.
I mean, that's fine, but it's fucking huge. Like he's, could work in porn.
Didn't Buzzing have a similar crotch piece?
I don't know. Porn too. I don't know. I'm just saying this guy looks like he's Ron Jeremy or shit.
I don't think when you.
Please, both go at the same time. 13 times, please.
War to the death.
So who's dropping their UT one? Bobby?
Eddie.
Are you doing it now?
Bobby, he was addressing you.
I'm sorry. I was figuring it was between Robert and Greg somehow.
I'm sorry. I was sketching Batman.
Was you waiting? To go?
Yeah. So what's the question?
Are you dropping UT to go Fanstoys now? You want to do it with the Sunset?
Yeah, probably. I gotta, probably.
Oh,
I gotta see. I mean, it's my favorite company, man. Like, I gotta see. I gotta see how it turns out.
Ooh, listen to Bobby sound like a politician caught with a question off guard.
No, I expect. I mean, we had this discussion recently, and you were like, "Well, what if Fanstoys did it?" And I'd be like, "That one, I'd probably switch out. Like not Blur, but just in general."
Should he be a lot taller than Cup? Somebody said that he's the right size, but I always pictured him as bigger than.
How tall is he compared to Cup? He's about the same size.
He's the head, the head crest, whatever that on top of his head. That's probably as tall. He's maybe.
I believe he is the right size because he's supposed to be around Hot Rod size, whereas Springer was supposed to be like Rodimus size. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I'm gonna see if we can find.
I always pictured Blur as being real tall and skinny. Just
that's animated. Did that to you?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's looking like he's about the same size as Cup there, so it does look accurate.
Oh, okay. I see it a lot shorter than Rodimus.
Yeah, he should be taller than RC, but he's definitely shorter than Springer. So, and Springer sits like maybe to Ultra Magnus's shoulder, roughly, in the cartoon from what I can see.
Okay. I just pictured him somewhat, I thought he would always be taller than that, but okay, that's cool.
And how big was Unique Toys Buzzing? I'm sorry to cut you off, Greg.
He was tall. No, he's taller. He's almost, I want to say he's almost tall as Springer.
No, he's
Is he
not. No, he's not. No, he's head and shoulders taller than Cup.
Yeah, he comes up to Springer's chin.
Yeah, that Unique Toys Springer, he's up to his shoulder. He's too tall. Way too tall.
Huh. They're all just out of fucking scale. God damn it. Oh well. Who's getting Fanstoys? Brother.
I'm definitely in on it. I did not get the Unique Toys one because I never liked it, so I won here.
Yay!
If I'm gonna let me be completely subjective about this.
True to yourself.
I hope he comes with a different face because the face is way too humanoid, in my opinion. Like he needs some angles on that face.
His mouth. He comes one with the mouth open, and he's got one just looking, all intense and shit, like he's taking a huge shit.
Yeah, well, hopefully he comes with one that actually has angles on the face, so it's more.
I honestly like the face a lot, but I hope he comes with a solid chest and not
that
the translucent.
I do too. So.
Oh, you don't like the clear shit going on?
No.
Okay. Greg, are you gonna get Blur, or you already got the Unique Toys one?
Yeah, I'll get this. I think the face has the angles in the right places. Because the G1, he kind of had curved cheeks, and he had like a I don't know what you call it, like a pyramid-esque jaw, and like you can barely make it out, but if you zoom in, you can see that he does have that on his chin. But
it's a secret lover.
Yeah, and if you look at that picture of him with RC and Cup, you can see how his jaw's kind of squared off there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the same way they did with Cup. I bet you're going to get the two options on the chest, too.
Yeah, I hope so.
I can't see them not doing that.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. Why? But, I mean, I don't know why you would want a clear chest, though. This is weird.
Because I'm guessing that the chest doesn't actually... It's not a fake chest for car mode. So some people may want the translucent window on there. But I think it looks fine without.
That's the weird thing about that, because that's not actually the window, because whoever would be riding in him sits behind that, don't they? Like, isn't that the seat right behind that? So
yeah,
it's just
kind of like a weird convertible thing.
So the window.
It's like a cone. It's like a cone windshield, conical. Like technically, his legs should be under that windshield, right?
Well, they should be under the piece that's under the windshield. So like the clear piece is there for really no reason.
When y'all think we'll get this? 2020, 2019?
Yeah, who the fuck knows, man? Like that's another thing is like, you know, I'm all good with just announcing shit. You know, if it's to prevent me from spending money on something else, but it's like my thing is like, man, where's the Blitzwing? Where's the Trailbreaker?
Right.
Like,
where's the 6-shot?
Yeah, where's the 6-shot?
We've seen Blitzwing for what, a year and a half, maybe even 2 years now.
I'm also I feel like they probably have it. That too. I feel like they probably have it worked out, but like I wonder how much outward movement on their shoulders there are.
I know it looks like the thruster's getting away.
Yeah, it looks like the thruster's getting away, but I would have to imagine they have it sorted out.
Unless they have like a double hinge or something that maybe, or maybe you can move the thrusters.
There are no shots with his arms more than like 20 degrees out.
Yeah, and that could be coincidence. You know, it could very well be, but that is one thing I find alarming. That and then that translucent chest piece are the two things that set my spider sense off. But
well, okay, so you see the thruster piece, and then on the side of the arm, there's that like a Boba Fett mask cutout, and I think that might be like a point where that kibble might swivel up out of the way.
Nice.
So and also if you go to the picture where it has Cup and RC and him, another possibility is it looks like there might be a little like armature in the arm that you can kind of swing out of the way to make it move around.
Will he have a butterfly? You think he'll have a butterfly? No.
It does not appear to have a butterfly joint.
He's got a moth joint.
Oh.
So I see that armature you're talking about. You're talking about you can kind of see it on his left arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see that.
So in the animation, or excuse me, the actual G1 toy, where the clear piece would be, was the cockpit, and there was no seat. But in the animation, there was a seat. So it's a compromise. But then that just makes it even stupider to make it clear for this, because if people are buying this, they're going for they're most likely going for more show accuracy.
Right.
So to compromise there just to give you the feel of the toy seems kind of silly.
Okay. Two things. What is up with RC's elbow? And
it's tiny.
What do you think the price point will be on Blur?
$129.
No, how much was Cup? How much was Cup?
$97.
There you go.
Something like that.
That's my guess.
I bet he's $120.
I tell you what, that's a great price for Cup.
I got mine from Agabus, I think. So he has that weird pricing.
Yeah, that's like $95.35.
Yeah, it'd be like $96.43.
I thought, all right, my shit from him, saving some money. But yeah, I don't like that elbow joint for RC. It looks weird. Looks like a diaphragm. All right.
Doesn't Cup have a piece like that too? He's just out of my reach. Doesn't he have that piece too? Like he has a little elbow pad to like hide the.
No, he don't have a pad.
Yeah, I'm looking at him, but I can't see his shoulders. It looks like there's a piece.
No, it's just a big open gap for Cup when you bend his elbow.
No, he's got an elbow pad. Like he's he's in a roller derby. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
He's got roller derby pads.
Okay.
They don't move, do they?
Speaking of roller derby,
I can't wait for that RC. Looks fucking great.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't have any RC, so I'm excited for it. I have the deluxe or the Hasbro ones, but I don't have an MP one.
Man, I can't wait to put those curved. Well, never mind.
When is RC coming out? Yeah, after Chinese New Year?
After Blitzwing.
No, I think RC's next, and then Blitzwing after that. That's what the supposed schedule was. I think they might have had some issues with Blitzwing.
I was going to say, we haven't seen anything about Blitzwing.
Yeah, or Trailbreaker.
Damn.
You really think they're going to do Trailbreaker? Maybe they gave up on that because of the Trailbreaker wars.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope not. I saw my fucking Trailbreaker.
Right, me too. That's my fucking luck, though. You know what I mean?
Jeebus. And I need a hoist, too? Come on, guys.
It's an even year, Bobby.
Hey, Matt, would you mind starting Hasbro news for me? I have to go take care of the thing downstairs, like real quick.
Sure.
All right, I'm sorry. It's your favorite topic anyway, so.
No, this whole show is my favorite topic. You're actually my favorite topic, but whatever.
You're the reason I collect sex toys.
That's true. I will check mark on that one.
Great Hugga Mugga.
More images of Barricade.
Fuck me slowly.
Look at that chicken head. Chicken head. There's a lot of space. You got his head. I don't know. I noticed this. You just got his head, and you have a lot of space. Like a whole lot of space. I cannot
wait to review this. Look at how obnoxious this is.
And he can scratch his piggy toe. Just standing straight up, man. That's awesome.
Somebody should give this guy a hand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ!
I like how they have. I like how they have the picture of him next to. I'm not sure which barricade it is. I'm assuming
that's the Human Alliance.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought it was. And just like how terrible the chest region. Like it looks like I don't know. There's some kind of face that's been punched in the nose, and his eyes are kind of popping out. Like that's.
Yeah. Agreed. You know what else is funny is seeing the two next to one another. I'm like, it's not that much better. Like it's better, but it's not that much better.
Honestly, the Human Alliance does the head way better. Like the neck and head look better. I don't know.
A lot of space there. It's $109 too.
Good night.
What have I done?
I talked to Robert. I reached out to Robert. I was like, should I get this? And because I posted.
I was like, yes, you should, because I just bought one.
Yeah, he's like, I just ordered from fucking Chimichanga or whatever. And when I asked the other night, I wanted some feedback from all y'all. Y'all didn't give it to me because it still looks like a piece of shit. That's what I got from Bubba. I was thinking about getting it, but I was like, man, I could get something else. I know I could. There's something coming out that I need to get, but I don't know. Anyways, let's see.
Hey, Matt, which one of the police cars is the Human Alliance Barricade, and which one's the movie one?
I don't know. Let me see.
I think, if I recall correct, the one with the proper windshield, and not all the garbage in the windshield. The one that actually looks like a good Mustang in its alt mode.
I'd have to go look at mine. I think the one on the right is the Human Alliance.
Nope, you're not. It's not.
It's not?
See how the door splits where it says police there?
You're correct. Sorry, yeah.
That's the MPM. So it fails at being a masterpiece version of the car, and it fails at being a masterpiece version of the bot. Like,
He's right.
That is terrible.
All right, looks like...
There is no reason to get this toy.
Hey, Robert, how much do you want to charge for yours? Yeah.
I hope it's wonderful.
I might get it for $50 or something.
They're like, hey guys, how about we take a picture where the forearm covers most of the figure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Takara.
I'm gonna use that weapon to fucking serve spaghetti.
Are you gonna get the meat, or are you gonna get just the noodles?
At a Christmas party, or
at a Christmas party?
Hey, Robert, let me ask you this:
Can take a shit? Sorry, what's that?
Robert, do you mix the meat and noodles, or do you do it separately?
What meat?
Like the meat sauce.
If I make a bolognese, I like to mix it. My wife likes to keep it separate. But the way my family did it traditionally would be, let's say they make spaghetti and meatballs. You would dress your pasta with some of the sauce so that it would help more sauce stick to your pasta. And then have a big bowl full of way too many meatballs and sausages. And then they're separated from the sauce, which would be in another bowl.
Robert, stop being a stereotype. I walk away for 5 minutes and I come back and you're talking about meatballs and pasta.
Great. Shaping the garlic with razor blades. That's Bobby was like, "That's my style. Moving to Baltimore next to me."
Yeah, I tried. After I first saw that movie, I tried that shit. Every time I cooked pasta, I would sit there with a razor blade, do that shit.
Dude, I've been tempted to try his pasta sauce, like his red sauce, Emery Hills.
Oh yeah, the gravy.
Yeah.
Oh. That's
Amazon. Speaking of gravy, Takara Millennium Falcon color images are in.
I'm back.
Oh, I saw
this. Gravy.
I saw this on BBTS.
Talk about the shoulders. I want to put the whole world on their shoulders. Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Oh, damn. That's like garbage.
So what I don't understand about this thing is, is this like a redo of that original one? Because like it looks very similar. I mean, I guess there are some differences, but I don't know.
They're completely different molds. Like if you look at them and you're like, this crap again. But if you actually look at the pictures of the old one, you'll see they're completely different.
Okay.
Dude, there's so much shit on Han Solo. God damn.
I wish we could see the faces, because I feel like the faces aren't right either.
Does Chewbacca have a fucking crown?
If not, he should.
King Wookiee.
Is that a king? He didn't get the fucking medal, so he gets a fucking
crown.
Good for him. Who's in for that one?
That Falcon looks good.
I do not disagree.
It'd be cool if there was a little blue in the back. Where would that end up on robot mode? I can't believe I'm saying robot mode. Millennium Falcon. Jesus fucking Christ! What's this world come to?
It should turn into a Falcon.
Oh, that would be on Chewbacca's.
Should turn into a Falcon.
That wouldn't look terrible. Have a little blue on Chewbacca's shins.
Wait. Why is there? What? It's a Duocon?
Yes, exactly.
What?
Have you ever seen the original one, Robert? It's a Duocon too.
The original transforming one?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they
so
made
basically,
one.
you split it in half, and you hope that your Chewbacca stayed in one piece because he was made out of brown plastic, which was just as bad as gold plastic. And they sucked.
Racist.
Stupid. But speaking of wonderful things, we got Takara Wonderfest exclusive Nemesis Evasion mode. So this is another of the AOE Prime recolors.
Wait, hold on. Really quick. Bobby, are you getting that Millennium Falcon?
No.
Somebody will get it for you.
Right? Are you getting it?
No, nobody's going to relax. You know you can get like 13 of those damn things.
If I'm spending $150 on a fucking Millennium Falcon, I'm getting like.
Oh, that's $150?
That's $150 American dollars?
Yeah, BBTS. I don't know how much it is in the land of the rising sun. Hold on.
Dude, unacceptable.
You need to relax.
Hell yeah.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe your budget for transforming Star Wars toys is
too low.
Needs to relax.
It's unrealistic.
Yeah. So this
how do you spell Millennium?
MLL MISSSSP.
This is like the Millennial Falcon.
Much millennials.
Hey man.
The Prime has some turquoise on with it.
Yeah, I know.
It looks alright. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but it looks alright. Oh, whoa, the truck mode.
I'll wait for the KO.
Okay. Oh, look at that little setup. All right. Well, that is, folks. That is Hasbro news. So I guess Greg can take it back over for some statue.
It's $134.99. It's American name. Let me see if
Yikers Island.
Yeah, sad.
Yikers
really bad.
Island.
It is Yikers Island.
And Bobby's like, bad.
It is. It's bad. It's very bad.
Well, then you have to pay the demon.
Oh, these fucking statues are fucking money.
Here, Matt, why don't you just talk about statues? Because I want to find out if this thing's even in pre-order.
Okay. Imaginarium Art Nemesis Prime Final and Ironhide renders.
Ironhide
still looks bad.
Yeah.
The Optimus and the Nemesis looks awesome, but Ironhide doesn't look like Ironhide.
Both of them look good. The fucking original colors. God dang. That's nice. Yeah, the Ironhide. What the fuck is that? When did he have shit coming back from out of his back and shit? Y'all need to relax. But yeah. Does the girl come with? I wonder. All right, nobody can get it.
No, I think that. Well, I think the primes look great.
Mm-hmm.
We got some more Imaginarium Art Quintessons.
But Ironhide, I can't imagine. There's got to be more to that. I'm gonna reserve judgment.
He's just standing there. It's a fucking statue.
There's got to be more to that. I'm not buying that quite yet. I need to see more. But both of those primes look fucking brilliant. Especially like the nose. The classic one looks fucking amazing. Like with his foot in the trailer and roller coming out. Like that's fucking ridiculous.
That's a Detox right there. I don't know if it'll even fit on a Detox.
No, it's probably too big. But
then it's perfect.
How many spaces you gotta take out to fit that damn thing in there? We got some Quintessons.
I'm not in my Detox. I took out 2 shelves and a vertical one, and I just had to redo it, and I got it together. Now it fits.
Then I had to angle the bottom.
Said I just had to redo it.
I had to angle him like facing the other way just for Omega to fit in there. It looks so good. It does.
Imaginarium Art is hinting towards possible Quintessons statues of their Transformers Legacy of Cybertron line.
I don't mind that, but I would like to see them be a reasonable price because I feel like all I need are Quintesson statues. You know?
Right.
And like you could cash in big time if you made them like $60 a piece. So.
Yeah, well, this sounds like $200 to $300.
Oh, of course.
Now, would you want the heads to be swappable, or would you like them to turn around?
I mean, if it's a statue, I can turn the statue around. That'd be okay. Just say.
Yeah, Justin, that's good. Like, pick it up and all right, it's got another face. God damn it! Fucking canned hair. God damn it! All right, folks, we are done with the fucking news. I hope y'all had a good time, just like we did.
You know, Matt, I love in your videos. Speaking of turning, when you got that little turning table thing, and it's like. It's like going in a circle, and it's like fucking.
I do love when you.
That's $20.
I do love when you have it on the spinning thing, and it's like you talking, and you just hear like.
Yes.
Hey, that's what you get for $20 on Amazon. I can't afford this stuff. I can't afford the 13K sub thing. You know.
You're like, is that the table, or is that Matt breathing?
It's probably me breathing. Man.
It's like this. Wait. It's like this.
Every time now, I'm fucking self-conscious about myself. Now, when I re-watch my videos, I'm like, God, I'm such a fat ass. I can hear myself breathing. It's so easy.
Let me.
That's so funny, making fun of me fat.
I had this question that I want to go ahead and get out of the way so that I don't forget it. It was sent to me via PM from Jay.
You know,
he says,
place we're not supposed to get questions.
Yes, a good point. Jay, shattercastonline@gmail.com. If you
he's breathing.
Yeah, you're so funny. I can lose weight.
If you could intervene or change one event or decision made by a third-party company in the history of third-party Transformers, what would it be? How about one event or decision made by Hasbro or Takara since they introduced the Masterpiece line?
Oh, everybody's gonna pick bait. Come on.
Movie formers for the Masterpiece line. And for third-party, I would intervene and stop them all from making the same character over and over and over and over.
Yeah, for me, I would 86.
No pun intended.
Yeah, good point, Robert. I would 86 the movie Masterpiece line. I would 86 me personally. I would 86 the Beast Wars and just stick to G1.
So
oh God. I know you guys love it, and I'm glad that you guys are getting it. But you know, for me, I can't help but think, you know, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, there's Optimus Primal, Cheetor, Dinobot, Optimus Prime, Cheetor, Dinobot, Bumblebee, another Optimus Prime, Barricade. What the fuck is the other one? Megatron? Is it a Megatron that they're putting out also in the movie Masterpiece line?
Beast Wars.
So like that's no.
Well, they are putting a Beast Wars out one. Or not Masterpiece. I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, Ironhide is the next movie.
Oh, okay, Ironhide. So 7. So like I can't help but think, man, that's 7 G1 bots I could have got to fill out the shelves. Mm-hmm. You know, like I just can't help but feel that way. I'm glad that you guys are getting
the Beast Wars. You like the Beast Wars. You like Primal and you like Cheetor, didn't you?
I think they're well made. I don't like them for myself.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Backtrack. Who's echoing?
Me, because I just unmuted.
Oh, God. I think that for third party, I don't know. I think that if I had to pinpoint one thing, it might be MMC switching. Good grief! It's like, what is going on?
What the fuck's going on, people?
It's the MMC having their switching their tactics to like this, release the repaint first and then the mold you want second, and kind of formulating them both into some fucking Frankenstein mold that doesn't really do service to either. Like, that's a big bummer for me. I don't know. I don't. There's a part of me that always kind of wishes that Fanstoys put out that fucking Soundwave, just so they wouldn't act so goddamn scared now. I feel like that shit still haunts them. But that's all I got, really.
Because you can't fuck with MP, man.
Especially with Soundwave. I don't disagree. I still think to date Soundwave is the best thing they've ever done.
Yeah.
But I think that decision by the fans, and to be honest with you, I would have bought the fucking Takara one over the Fanstoys one all day long. I just feel like that decision still haunts them. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know.
The problem, my only concern with that though, Bobby, is like if they did put it out and they took like a huge bath on making all the product, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like taking huge baths.
I don't disagree, Justin. I think that you're right, but I just feel like, God, like maybe if they would have put it out, and you know how I think they could have got over is if they put it out and they made the silver bits white.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have really made people go, which one do I want? Or do I want both? You know what I mean? And Soundwave's a super popular character where like I can see people getting multiples.
Yeah, I could too. I would get it. I think if Fanstoys would have done one, I would have done it.
I think if they would have done the white, I could see myself giving it a shot. I mean, but it was back in the day when they were like, everything was much more line detailed and everything else. Like, I don't think it would fit as well in today's Masterpiece collection. But I don't know. If I had to pinpoint something, it would be that. Anybody else?
I guess in terms of third party, I don't have much to complain about. I guess if I could just say, hey, I wish so and so did this. That Iron Factory did G1, and like they switched with DX9. DX9 was doing the IDW because I like the Iron Factory product at the end of the day more, but I like the G1 aesthetic more. And I don't know. I think official. I wish they stayed along the lines in the aesthetic of MP10, than going for the cleaner, just cleaner, simpler tune, pure tune accuracy. I mean, look, Backdraft is in that spirit. That's why I like it so much.
Mm.
But whatever. That's
about it. Anyone else?
Yeah, you guys said everything I would say, so.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back in time and not buy any of all those combiners I bought.
The TFC ones?
Like the TFC ones, and I just wish I would have known that, hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have known that this fucking Toy World thing was going to change my perspective. Let's see. So I'm sure we have an MP collector question. Let's look here. All right, let's see what we got. Dear Shattercast crew, for the longest time I've wondered what Hasbro could do to get me interested in their figures. As a Masterpiece and third-party collector, sometimes I feel like the gap between what Hasbro provides and what I want is too wide to even bridge. Then Playmates goes and releases their classic set of Voltron Lions, and now I think it is Hasbro that is the problem, and not my collecting habits. I am not sure how many of you guys have had the chance to take a look at these Playmate lines, but they are a lot of fun. They are simple and far from perfect, but the scale, price, audio clips, sculpt pull you right in. When I got my Soldier Joke and Voltron last year, I thought this was the last set of lines I was ever going to pick up. Man, was I wrong. Anyway, I'd love to hear if the SCU guys think that there are any lessons Playmates could teach Hasbro. I think that fucking Playmates line set is fucking money. But I don't think Playmates has an issue. I don't think Playmates has the same issue that Hasbro does. Like if you look at like their turtles, like their turtles aesthetically aren't for me, but they do match that cartoon. And like it all kind of works. You know, it's not my turtles, you know, to quote the hashtag, but it's appropriate for the line. And they have play sets and everything else like that all correspond with it. I think Playmates does a great job, so it doesn't surprise me that the Voltron works like a champ as well. I had the Voltron here. I've messed with it only a little bit. But yeah, I think that like if they would have done the Combiner Wars stuff as well as Playmates did this Voltron set, I mean, good night. But to be fair, the Combiner Wars, you know, like the Transformer characters have to do a lot more than the Lions have to do in order to be effective. Mm-hmm. You know,
that is true.
But I mean, even the weight of those figures is heavier and beefier, and like they're just better. They're just better. And I haven't messed with a Playmates figure in a long time. This is the first Playmates figure I've messed with since. Jesus Christ. Probably. I had my daughter got the turtles, like the first 4 turtles that came out of this line, like the line that they do now, like the Nickelodeon turtles. She got the first 4, and they were good. And then I hadn't got anything since like the fucking last set of turtles from the original shit. So yeah, Playmates knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, those Playmate the new Nickelodeon turtles, like they're awesome. Like they're really well done. I think I agree with you. I think Playmates definitely knows what they're doing and how to make a good product in the process. And I do agree. I wish Hasbro took some notes. Like there definitely feels like there's more love for the franchise by Playmates than there is by Hasbro. And I don't know if that's a result of like Nickelodeon owning the turtles, you know, and maybe they're forced to. It's kind of like maybe that's why Hasbro puts in more love to Star Wars than they do their own products. You know, like you don't want to lose that license. So I don't know, but I definitely think that is something that could be improved upon. Absolutely.
I don't think Hasbro owes anybody shit.
I mean. I mean, they owe their shareholders. They owe the consumers. They owe the consumers as well.
I feel like they owe you, Matt. You spend a ton of money on their products, and every year it gets worse.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. But you know,
hit the song.
Well, which one?
You know what song it is? Powder Pound. There we go. Woo woo woo.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
I'm raising my hand and just shaking it like, yes, Father, yes, Father.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the just everything about that. I mean, like that Voltron is like he said, is far from perfect. And when I saw people like ranting and raving about it online, and then I got it in hand, I was like, with this? But to take a minute, sit back, reflect, think about the price point, think about the playability, especially for a kid. Like it's really well done.
Yeah, its biggest draw is that it's a very functional toy of Voltron. You know, like
yep.
You can say that about Combiner Wars too, though. No. I mean, the price point and the playability and top returns. Yes.
No, you got to mess with. You got to.
No, but you got to, like you said, you even said yourself, you have to do more stuff with a Transformer than you do with 4 lines.
So let me.
But the playability and the price point is good for Hasbro.
Let me counter you with this, Matt. Why does it need to be hollow then?
You know, because Hasbro's been doing that ever. I mean, they always.
But what does that have to do with the playability and the more things it has to do? Like all that does is it's taking material out of it.
Stop from the playability of anything. I still play with it and it's fun.
Nobody's arguing that, Matt. That's the whole point. Like there is no giving shit in the Hasbro lines. Like we'll just cut the plastic so we can cut 5 cents a toy out here. You know, like.
I mean, I haven't messed with the Voltron stuff, but they're not the best.
I mean, like the argument to me here, Matt, would be like if the elbow joint was hollow and the backside of the line that you're not looking at is hollow, and you know, like it's not that way.
The leg fell off if you moved it.
Right.
The lines are you know, they're smooth, robot lions. With Transformers, they're not made like that.
Really? Because the old classic stuff was made like that. There was no waffles in your old Sunstreaker.
I wish it would go back to the classic line, but that's it's
right.
It's been like that. But Transformers been since the beginning of they've been like that. They cut corners on something.
Right. So your argument is that the cutting corners is okay. That is not a love for your franchise if you're willing to cut the corners like that.
I mean, it's not okay, but you just have to take it what it is.
Well, that's what Justin's saying is how about we don't take it for what it is? How about we reassess? How about we
evidently
say
I know, but
I know. Look. You're not gonna cut me off like you do Justin, motherfucker. I'm gonna put you in your place.
Evidently, people are still buying that shit, and they're still making that shit, and I just cut you off like I can, and I want to.
Look, like you got to mess with the Voltron. You got to mess with it. Like it's.
I would like to. Yeah.
It is a better quality product. Period. Like it's beefy. It's heavy. It's fucking solid. It doesn't feel cheap at all.
Okay.
If there's some aesthetic things that end up looking cheap in comparison, like it has like the gray plastic instead of like a silver paint for the metal, which makes it end up looking cheap, but it's not a cheap thing. It's you really feel like you get what you pay for. I don't really feel like when I hold let's take Combiner Wars Minosaur. I don't feel like I'm holding $100 thing when I hold Combiner Wars Minosaur, but I do feel like I'm holding $100 thing when I'm holding that Voltron.
Probably could say the same about my painter too.
I doubt that feels like $100.
Yeah, probably not $1 and a change or something. I don't know, $1.25. I know. I would like to. I've seen all 5 of the lines, and I've thought about picking them up, but I haven't yet.
It's not for me, like I'm good with the SOC, and like I don't feel like I'll ever need another Voltron set. Like I watched Voltron as a kid. My love for it didn't really sustain in the same way.
I'm the same way. I don't feel like I need to get it.
Right. And I feel like I have one representation of them, and I have the original Lions, and I have the one modern representation, and I feel like that I'm good. But
you're what?
Right. But if I was a Voltron fan.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say I was a Voltron fan the same way I'm a Transformers fan, where I was getting the high-end Voltron, I was getting the Icarus, I was getting the Super Deformed, I was getting the SOC, I was getting all the high-end Voltron shit, I would still get this set of Lions.
Mm-hmm. That's the same thing I've heard with the reviews. Like it's not your high-end one, but unlike your high-end one, like this is the perfect one to take off the shelf and mess with.
Well, that's what me is for Transformers. I mean, I know I get the high end stuff. I try to, but I still will buy Hasbro because I love Transformers.
Right. I don't. I'm not.
I'm just saying. You made the. If someone was a Voltron fan, they would get everything because it's Voltron.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I was a Voltron fan, and I collected high end Voltron stuff because I'm an adult with disposable income that wants nice things, I would still get this.
Okay. The same way with Transformers for me.
No, I don't feel like you understand what I'm saying. I feel like you're still approaching it like I'm saying if I was a Voltron fan that just bought Voltron shit.
I'm just saying I buy high end Transformer stuff, and I feel like when I buy Hasbro stuff, I'm still okay, my fault. I'm taking it the wrong way.
No, you feel like you're still what? I mean, let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. I want to move on.
That's because you just remembered Powder of the Primes.
I remember a lot of stuff. I'm not saying everything that Hasbro puts out is perfect and is great, but I still like it.
Well, what I'm saying is that I think that you're getting to a point where you're starting to feel differently about it. Like I think Powder.
It's a new life for me.
Like.
Oh, are we bothering you, Greg? I'm sorry. You could.
Think about
Matt, don't turn that shit on me right now.
I'm not turning it on, but when you have to hear a if you don't like it,
Think about
listen to your ass for the last fucking 20 minutes.
Scoot along.
I don't know, like the guy that only gets 1/4 statues, right? You know, $1,000 statues, or whatever, Imaginarium Prime. Like he might still get the MP10. Do you know? Like if he was a Prime collector and he only got the high end shit, I can still see that same guy getting the MP10, and I can still see him getting a G1 for nostalgia's sake, right?
Well, he'll get the MP10 because that's what, when people collect G1, that's what they wanted in a Prime was the MP10.
I'm not sure that you're hearing me again, but like, all right, look, the Imaginarium Prime that we looked at today, right? You remember the statue?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that looks? Do you think the MP10 looks better than that?
No.
Right. Of course not. But what I'm saying is, I can still see the person that would be into shit like that buying an MP10, but I can't see them buying Power of the Primes, Power Master, Prime. You know what I mean? I can't. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's not on the same level. Yeah.
Right. But I feel like the same type of person that would buy the Voltron shit like that could still pick this up, throw it in the collection, and it could feel right.
Okay.
Not like it's on the level, but it's just like, man, this looks like maybe they wouldn't get that Defender of the Universe one, the one that's like the Netflix show one, even though I think that looks good. It does its job. Like it's a different type of Voltron. Like what they did here was they nailed the character elements that represent Voltron. They did it in the traditional way. Like it's the same shit. Like it's the same shit a lot of us on this show have been preaching like for 5 years. Like you don't have to fucking fix what's not broken.
Yeah.
Except if it gets in Robert's hands, then it's likely to be broken. But
or in a bowl of spaghetti.
To me, when I buy high end stuff, I still buy Hasbro because I know it's not on the same level, but I still buy it. Because
Yeah, but you've even admittedly said you don't enjoy it the same.
Not all of it, but I still enjoy buying Transformers.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that like I think that a person could enjoy this the same way is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like I can enjoy other stuff other than high end.
But you don't. Is my point.
Just the Power of the Prime stuff. I mean, that's it. I mean, other stuff, Titan Returns. When I bought that shit, I was excited.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that you love the Titan Returns.
But yeah, the stuff, some of the stuff out now.
You didn't love the Combiner War shit like that.
I like some of them. Not all of them, no.
Come on, man.
I did.
Which ones?
The Aerobots were good.
Come on, dude. No, they're not.
They were
good. They're not. No,
Minosaur's not good. I didn't like
Minosaur's
Defensor.
Trash.
Defensor, you rang.
Trash.
You're trash. Sorry.
We got a question from Sam. There's a lot of G1 collections being complete soon. I don't believe I will be complete for a long time as I'm waiting for official Masterpiece and Fans Toys. I did, however, have an interesting thought about people's perception of when a collection is complete. Is it when you have every character from, say, Season 1 from whichever company makes one, or is it complete when you have every character from Season 1 from one particular company, for example, the official MP line? If you have official MP figures in your collection, would that collection not be complete until you have all official MP figures? For me, it's really neither. It's if I have a representation of all the characters that I'm happy with. It doesn't have to be all Fans Toys or all Takara or all Unique Toys or all Zeta or all. As long as I'm happy with one representation, I don't need it to be all. And if I was a guy that like he said here, like I'm waiting on official Masterpiece and Fans Toys, then my advice to him would be just to buy Masterpiece and Fans Toys. Don't buy anything else, because everything else you're ultimately wasting your money on. That's not what you want. You know what you want, which is a luxury. A lot of people don't know what they want.
It's a new dawn.
No, what about you, Robert?
Yeah, I agree. I do. What you just said. Yeah, I agree.
For me, I think where G1 Masterpiece is concerned, I'll always want to check out the actual Takara Masterpiece, but for me, like, my collection will be complete, like you said, when I get representations of every character that I'm happy with. And like, honestly, like, that stuff can change. Like, I thought I was happy with the MP seekers, and then turns out that I wasn't, you know? So, there's always room that could end up eventually changing, but, yeah, we'll see from there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was happy with Crank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought I was happy with MP Starscream. I thought I was happy with, what else did I,
Which one was Crank?
The X-Transbots Huffer.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you know, for a character that's like kind of that minor, I was like, you know, this is fine. And then when I got that back, 2.0, I was like, nope, he's got to go. What about you, Greg?
Yeah, I'm still gonna buy the Takara Masterpiece over like if Takara makes one, I'm gonna buy it. So I guess mine's not complete until Takara makes them all, because I'll still buy it. Even though the Fanstoys ones, I mean, there's a lot of good ones there too. But I'm done buying DX9 and like some of the other shit, because like I'm never happy with it, and something better always comes up. So I'm just done with that.
Matt?
I mean, if like Greg said, if Takara makes it, I'll get it. But I'm happy with, you know, like Springer, you know, and Cup from Fanstoys. If Takara don't make those, I'll be content with what I have, because I think they're really good figures. So, yeah. But if Takara makes something, I'll definitely usually switch it out more than likely.
All right. Let's see. We have one from Rob. I see a lot of people have given up on who's spray painting. I see a lot of people have given up on collecting Hasbro almost completely because of the low quality of current figures. If Hasbro decided to make a collector-friendly premium line, do you guys think it would garner interest? By that I mean not masterpiece, but more of an intermediate line where they would be better paint and articulation, ankle and wrist articulation, less hollowness, more moving parts, etc. Maybe they would cost around $50 for deluxe and maybe $80 for leader class. Do you guys think that would be a success for Hasbro and help collectors who want more but can't afford masterpiece? I feel like if it's $80 for leader class, you've already put it in the masterpiece competition bracket, so you're done there. I do feel like, how much does the movie masterpiece stuff go for at Toys R Us?
$100 billion.
Yeah, I don't know how they're selling. I don't know. Are they clogging the shelves?
Prime was B. I didn't see very much, but Prime was.
See, like you know, I think that's a good kind of indicator. You know, like if that shit was flying off the shelves, I would say that the market could afford it. But if it's not flying off the shelves,
well, the one thing that I've always thought that was strange is that when Hasbro releases like a US version of an MP mold, like it's so late in the game that you know it comes out. It's like, why did you even bother? You know, like it's like a year later, and you're like, well, I guess nobody wants it. Like, no, everybody who wanted it already got it from Japan. You know, like most people didn't just go like, oh, I hope Takara is gonna or Hasbro is gonna put out XYZ of a thing. So I really think that, like, especially for G1 Masterpiece, like, I bet you, you know, like, I would order it locally if I knew I could get it, you know, before, you know, 2 years later, if it's even going to come out. I mean, how many MP molds have come out that never saw a Toys R Us release, you know? Most of them, right? So, you know, I wish that Hasbro would not necessarily make a new line that was, you know, somewhere between MP and the child stuff, but like, I mean, how much was like Prowl? Prowl was like $50 or $60. Like, that'd be awesome to get the same releases that are coming out in the MP line as a domestic release at a domestic price point where I don't have to pay import fees and stuff like that, import markups from retailers, you know?
Yep.
Absolutely, that'd be awesome.
I don't think. I mean, it would. I wouldn't see Hasbro doing this, really, to tell you the truth, because I mean, it could cost too much. $50 for deluxe. I don't. I guess they added all that stuff, maybe, but it'd be a big stretch for Hasbro to do all that stuff, I think. And like you said, the $80 is already, you know, knocking on the masterpiece door. So backdraft door.
I mean, shit.
Yes.
Oh no, I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
I was just to say, with these specifications, they could just release classics from 5 years ago and charge $50 a piece for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't this supposed to be the Generations stuff for the collectors?
Yeah,
What's that?
He bought that shit. Yeah, the adult line.
Well, they did a premium line for the movie stuff, and to be honest, I didn't see any difference from the original release.
There wasn't
Okay.
really. I had Barricade and I had Bumblebee, and like if you put them next to the original release, like Barricade had like looked like airbrushed back window versus like no paint on the window. I'm like, okay, that's super premium.
I had the helicopter, and I think I had all the premium stuff, but I was like, didn't really see a big difference to pay a difference. So, yeah. Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
Anybody else got one? Anybody? All right. Greetings, SCU crew. I hope that you are all well. We are. We recently have made the painful decision to sell off my entire my entire G.I. Joe collection, all in one go. It has been something I've been wrestling with for about a year, and I made the ultimate decision to sell last month. We moved into a smaller home a few years ago, and due to the lack of proper display space and the line being essentially dead in the water with nothing new coming out save for overpriced exclusive repaints paired with the interest shifting toward other properties, I felt it was time. The issue is that the collection is massive. I'm talking 150 vehicles and about 800 figures massive, both vintage and modern. And cleaning them up, checking websites for reference to gauge completeness, scouring eBay sold listings, entering it all into a spreadsheet is a massive work. So much so that at the current rate, it seems like it will take another 2 weeks to a month to get this all finished. Have any of you guys ever parted with an entire collection? And if so, what were the reasons that caused you to do so? And did you have any regrets after parting with said collection? Thanks for the entertainment, Josh Fisher. Josh, first of all, I might be in the market for some of your Joes, so please hit me up, Mac. Secondly,
for free.
I'll do some box art for you.
Secondly, I've sold off a lot of collections, most of which I don't regret. I sold off all of my DC collectible stuff. I have zero regrets about it. I had all the Hush figures, all the Kingdom Come figures, a few other lines, sold them all off, have zero regrets. I also sold off my G.I. Joe collection, my vintage G.I. Joe collection, and have a ton of regret about it. And I also sold off my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vintage collection and have a ton of regret about that as well. I sold them because I was quote unquote growing up, and I was still living in my dad's house in my teenage years, and we had to make room in the house. And my dad was like, you need to fucking pick what's important to you and let some of this shit go. And I let go of my Joes and my Turtles, and I didn't really want to. I just kind of had to at the time. But that's my advice to all of it, is that like unless you are 100% okay with it, and you like only you know that, and like in your heart, like do not let it go. If you're 100% okay with it, fine. But somebody said, "Yeah, that was
God."
Is that Matt?
Yeah, that's Matt. Oh my God!
That raised. Well, it sounded like somebody pop rocks like
or like those. That one.
Good grief!
Sounds like he was strangling a duck to death.
The one thing that somebody told me to do, like as a recommendation, was like put all that shit in a bin and put those bins away for like 6 months to a year and see if you miss it. And if you don't miss it, then you can let it go. Which is my advice that I give.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done that, but I've never done what you guys are talking about. But I mean, the amount of work it's going to take, it's almost like diminishing returns, not unless you're going to really get some big windfalls off of selling that. And then you're going to have to, it's not like you're going to sell everything. You're going to be in this limbo with a lot of shit sold and you still have a lot of shit. and you're kind of still stuck in the situation you are. So maybe there's a different path to take. Maybe there's a really small storage space you can get for $50 a month that makes it worth it. And other stuff in your house you need to make room for, and you can put in there as well, as opposed to just getting rid of something that you really loved and spent all this time collecting. You know?
Yeah.
Or if you like Bobby, just get a Naboo canoe and put all your Joes in that. And put that shit on your mantelpiece.
That's so true.
This question.
What's up?
I was just gonna say this question hurt to read because they've got a new G.I. Joe reboot movie and another G.I. Joe line slated within the next year and a half. So, yeah.
He hasn't sold his stuff yet.
Maybe you might want to take some advice and wait a little bit and see what happens. Because if they do more figures, you might regret it. You might have some regrets later on down the road.
I think that I'd be interested to see if because even though the vehicles are a big part of G.I. Joe,
literally,
I feel like if they were to do Joes now, they'd probably be 6-inch.
Hot Toys.
Literally.
Well, all the stuff they had been doing before was 3 3/4.
Right, I know. But there was a time when you could say that about Star Wars as well.
Figure Arts Joes. Imagine a Figure Arts Snake Eyes.
I'd be in.
I recently sold all my Marvel Legends stuff just because I didn't have any room. My wife has told me I can only have one collection, and I got a little I got a little scary with the Marvel Legends. So I sold them. It took a while. I mean, I was selling them in chunks and stuff. And I recently sold my football and basketball collections too, that I've had since I was a kid.
You had a collection of basketballs?
Basketball cards.
Oh, cards.
Yeah, and luckily I put them on eBay, and one guy wanted to buy them all, so that was good. But I mainly sold my Marvel Legends just because I didn't have any room. I just didn't enjoy them as much as I do Transformers. So.
What were you going to say, Justin? You were in the middle of something.
I don't remember anymore. Must not.
Sorry, Justin.
It's okay.
You sell your Ghostbusters?
No.
Oh, okay.
How's that proton pack going? Sorry,
there's too many things going on. What?
Did you finish your proton pack?
No, I need to get some more paint on the one spot that I'm just not happy with, and it's too cold to do it. So.
Okay.
Gotta wait till it warms up.
What collections have you let go of, Justin?
I don't know, because I let go of a lot of things that I had when I was a kid because I didn't really care about it. Like, I dropped some He-Man stuff off and things like that. Like, just things that don't really interest me. But, I never had, a He-Man collection. I had, 3 or 4 He-Man figures, So,
right.
I had just, a box full of miscellaneous crap from being a kid. And I was just I could sell this, or I could just drop it off at Goodwill. I don't feel like going through the hassle of dealing with all of it. I know I gave away some stuff that probably was worth a little bit of something. Probably not, tons of money. But I'm whatever. I'm not killing myself over $10 for this and $10 for that,
Right.
So, I mean, most of my collections, I've still got the things that are important to me. Some of them are still missing somewhere. Masks, I know, are still at my parents' house somewhere. I have no clue where, but I have them. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Your dad's got them on a shelf. He plays with them every day. Oh!
Unbelievable.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable.
It's a new low.
Greg, have you let go of any collections?
Not really, no.
Well, you had Joe's, right? You had Joe He-Man.
Yeah, but I just kind of bought some stuff to get a feel for it, and then I wouldn't really call it letting go of a collection. I didn't really hold on to it very long. I got some stuff to get a feel for it, and then I couldn't. When I saw that it wasn't going to be a long game, I got rid of it while I could for close to what I paid for it. I mean, when I think of letting go of a collection, I'm thinking about something I've had for years and years and years, or something that's almost completed.
Right.
All
right, and we got one more question. Might as well knock it out. Make a clean sweep. Yeah. So, hello, SCU. Question came to mind while watching Bobby's Air Raid review. He mentions their first release felt like a $100 figure at $60. Air Raid feels like a $60 figure for $60. Zeta Toys plausibly became the standard for combiners. I think he meant that the Firefly Air Raid felt like 100 for 60 and Firefly felt like 60 for 60. Zeta Toys plausibly became the standard of combiners, arguably less than MP quality, but set to a price point where even KO fans can afford, offering figures at $60 and their X-Zeta line combiner sets at a much lower price point than others. Do you think that their current business strategy can last? Love the show. Congrats on 1K plus subscribers, Jerry. So I think we're gonna see when my personal take is that they were able, and I don't know this, I'm just speculating, that they were able to do this Superion set and the Combaticon set at a cheaper price point because they got paid commission prices to do the designs for Toy World. And then when them and Toy World had a beef about something else, they left Toy World, took the designs, and since they got that other money up front, they didn't have to worry about the money on the back end for the higher price point. I don't know that for a fact. It's just the impression I'm getting. And then the fact that Zeta keeps fucking with Toy World, with like we're getting a Coolsville from fucking Zeta now, and a RC from Zeta, and Dinobots from exactly. Like it just seems like they're like just like poking them. Like so. The question for me is going to be when we see another set of combiners that we have that they didn't already get a payout for, and if that is still at that price point, I think that'll be telling.
Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily think that the low cost is the standard. You know, I think that we're going to see that low cost isn't going to end up staying at some point. I can't imagine it stays.
Right. But if it does, awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, it's better. It's better for everybody if it does end up staying.
Right.
I don't think it will, but you know, it'd be nice.
There's a shot. Sorry.
No, I was just say, do you think there's anything about their toys that justifies a $100 price point though?
That first Air Raid, that felt like $100. I mean,
I think the Combaticons could have been $100.
I wouldn't have bat an eye if that bitch was $100.
You know what though? Like honestly, if the factory was consistent, and you got to blame the company in the QC check though. I mean, my Firefly is a $100 toy. It's just the assembly, and it's like yours has those problems, and that sucks. The inconsistency, you got to put on the company. Like somebody should go and check it. They shouldn't just assume that the factory's getting it out all right. You know, I assume so. I doubt. Do you really? I mean, I mean, there is the chance that they'd go there and say, "Well, fuck it, send it out anyway." I don't know.
Do you think that if they would have stayed Toy World, that the Combaticons and the Aerobots would have been $100?
No doubt.
I don't. So. I think there's a possibility that we are not going to really see anything of Zeta once they get all these copies out.
I think there's a possibility as well.
They're just going to make their money and go. That's why they're not. I don't think they're doing this stuff to poke at Toy World. I think they're doing it because they can and they want to make quick money off of stuff that they can charge less for and still make a big profit because they can. But then I think they have a choice to make. It's a fork in the road. Either okay, let's either just stop and just now get hired up by other companies.
Wiggle with it.
These were just designers,
right?
So they're still going to be designers for maybe another company, or move along with their brand. But I don't think that brand will continue to have the low prices.
Right.
It's one or the other. Either they disappear or they do come with their own stuff, and you're back to square one pricing.
Is Toy World still putting stuff out? Are we going to get stuff from them?
No.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, they put out Cup and Springer and RC.
I actually saw on Chemungmung a re-release of the Green Constructor.
Yeah, that supposedly is coming.
That's up. No, Chemungmung has them in stock.
So they're not going to move forward with other combiners?
See, the thing is this. I think they're going to disappear because they can't. Who is going to be convinced to all of a sudden get the same product but 40% more expensive to 50% more expensive? They'll just lose their customers. they kind of have no choice. So either continue operating at a loss or just go away and just go back to their 9 to 5 as designers. But I think they're just going to disappear.
Probably so. That sucks. All right, good night, folks.
Yeah, I mean, does anybody else got anything?
Nothing that been said.
Oh, dude, Matt, you fucking suck, dude.
You suck.
So horrible.
God, I feel like I can smell it from here.
Is your like whole floor covered in shit right now?
Hold on, let me see. No.
Dog, gator, man. Oh boy.
It's pretty terrible.
I thought it was gonna be a good show tonight, but goddamn.
That's some fake news right there.
Oh man. Oh man. Let's wrap it up on that.
Yep.
Bobby's like, I'm gonna go throw up.
Yeah. Good grief.
Oh god, like
why are your farts so high pitched?
I don't know. It's a share. It'll be okay.
Oh, his
Just
ass
relax.
All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Hello.
Shardouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, 8 Weeks.
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse.
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it down.
Shut the fuck